what I would expect from a cheese strategy.
Everybody, Foo here, and welcome to Game 2 of Swarm of Blades vs. Op.Gamers in Round 1. On the bottom left, we do have Op.Gamers, and in the top right, we have Swarm of Blades.
Alrighty. And from Swarm of Blades, we see Jose Inosats heading top lane as Marauder. We have Quantum Mech going top mid as Viking. Xenon appears to be crittering Ghosts. No, he's just going to pull. Okay. He's going bottom mid as Ghosts. We have Dark Angel crittering as Predator. And bottom we have TNC Fagus on Hellion.
And for Op.Gamers, we will have the Siege Tank and Marine combo from Opfling Sheep and Burmy Kills on bottom lane. In bottom middle, we have Big Man Gun on Ghost. In the left middle, we do have Pichu on Banshee.
And Banshee?
And Marauder on top.
We got a mirror matchup top lane between the Marauders. It appears that Jose is winning that matchup right now by a slight advantage. Pichu's actually playing Banshee. Now, I've heard some people on the forums say how Banshee's actually sleeper OP. We'll have to see. We'll have to see if anything comes of that. Fonzie, I am talking about you.
Yeah, there's like an entire team called Champions of
Oh my goodness, 5 health
Ooh.
left on the Banshee, and he just manages to get out of the lane.
5 HP
Wait.
in his getaway.
Okay, there he goes. He goes.
Recall, he was going to lose all experience for this entire wave, so he will be far behind the Viking.
In the Ghost v Ghost matchup, it appears that Xenon and Big Man Gun are doing about even, but because Xenon is pulling that critter patch, he's slightly ahead in XP.
Sorry about that, my mic screwed up for a second, I had to mute it. I'm back.
Oh boy.
So an odd choice from Op.Gamers. We have the Marine who is crittering the river, while on Swarm of Blades we have Predator, one of the most infamous river critters in the game for his insane clear speed and ganking.
It appears that Op.Gamers has just stopped laning top. I'm not sure what's going on. There's probably just a miscommunication. Yeah, it looks like Big Man Gun is going to head top, but that might, yeah, that cost him the bunker. Not sure if that was worth it.
Yeah, well, it's not a matter of worth it, as it was simply a miscommunication. The barrel deals heavy damage to Marine, but the Ghost is coming around to try and deal damage to Marauder. Marauder feels comfortable taking him on, hits him a few times, and backs off.
Calling out the location of the Ghost. Very clever. Good communication. Quantum Mech and Pichu just having a little ranged duel. It appears that Quantum Mech backs off. That duel actually came.
Predator is right now. I mean, how good of a critter a Predator is. Predator at this point is already level 3.5 with a lot of minerals, while the Marine is sitting just about to hit level 2 off this last critter because he has no clear. All he can do is slowly pull the critters into the cannons.
He doesn't have enough move speed to be able to properly kite at this level.
Now, a lot of Marauders tend to go slow in armor, but it started picking up sometime around my left where Marauders would go barrel and just clear the wave to get a lot of farm ups and be a late game powerhouse as opposed to early game. This seems to be a strategy from Jose Nanat right now. He's diving the Ghost. The Marauders are focusing him heavily. He does take the Ghost down, but the Marauders are dealing heavy damage.
Uh-oh. Will he go down?
What he does is he lives with 49 HP. Well played on the Marauder.
Using the med pack.
Actually, he popped a med kit during that. That is a very underused item, but he seems to be taking use of that right now.
Well played. I mean, it's no bunker hide, but I mean, it's still well played. Knowing that you were in danger of dying, pop the meta pack. Free health.
Tubby, it's not free. It costs 25 minerals. I'm done casting with you. So.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Foo. I promise I'll do better.
And actually, he still is. I forgive you.
Xenon's being aggressive against Mort in bottom mid, but it appears that he'll just back off once he pulls aggro on the Marauder creep.
That's really what Ghost does. He just sort of annoys and whittles this enemy
Uh-oh.
down. Recall.
Mort. Oh, and the snipe takes him out. Oh my goodness.
You see the Banshee is also getting targeted by the Viking, but oh, once again, he lives with...
Banshee is one slippery devil.
But it appears he wants some more. So he is staying in the lane. So already, Op.Gamers have basically abandoned their bottom critters. Well, the Predator is still crittering strong with only 40 HP, but he is already almost level 7.
Well, he's being smart and letting his cubs tank the aggro.
Taking heavy damage from the Hellion, and meanwhile the Ghost is coming in for a gank. He does come at 9 range and snipes Siege Tank to finish him. The Hellion will almost fall!
Oh my goodness! 1 health!
Up.
1 health! Oh man, how close some of these plays are to turning into an amazing... The difference between an amazing play and a blunder is such a minor edge.
It appears the Viking is taking heavy damage from the Marauder, but they don't seem keen to engage each other quite yet. The Viking does do massive damage on the Marauder out of nowhere and cleans him up.
Viking's Q is just an amazing lane tool. It gives you so much threat on them. If they drop below half health, they pretty much can't... They can't initiate any sort of aggression reliably, or else you can just duel them into submission.
Seems the Marauder has pushed past the first tier turrets, as well as the Ghost. And it seems Swarm of Blades has a lot more map control, not to mention they're getting full experience from the 3 critter patches, which will help them out massively late game, even if the Predator isn't doing much now.
The Hellion's laning 1v2 still appears to be doing okay.
Yeah, in this lane, all he can do is try to put up turrets and hold off as long as he can, because in a 2v1 against a Siege Tank and a Marine, there's really not much you can do to win.
Like, the best you can hope for is not dying. But he is farming this critter patch, which is going to give him a lot of advantage in the long run.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, mid, Quantum Mech
is...
a
turret for that critter patch, because popping up those flame turrets would have definitely held that off.
Oh no, the turret was already down, I think.
I mean,
Xenon's coming in?
Oh, he cleans up the Marine, and he is deciding to take on the Siege Tank. He is...
This is not a duel that you see very often.
He does bait the Siege Tank by cloaking, and the Siege Tank just accepts his fate. And also, the Viking cleans up the Banshee mid-top lane, and seems to be going heavily in the favor of Swarm of Blades already.
Just pushing lanes really hard and winning their 1v1s. And whenever a gank comes out of Op.Gamers, it seems like Swarm of Blades is right there. And meanwhile, Mort gets caught out by the Predator and taken down really hard. That's just good play from Swarm of Blades.
The Predator now has decided he has finished with the critter patches and will now be roaming around ganking. The Predator is so fast and deals so much damage, and he can snare you for so long. He's an incredible gank threat when he's ahead. He also has chose to buy Lockdown and Side Disruptor for going damage for the extra crowd control to lock on enemies.
And here comes the
Siege Tank. The Siege Tank will be locked down and will quickly get mopped up. Will he go on the Marine? Nope, they decide to back off. They said, oh, the Marine wants them though.
Oh no!
Instantly melted in the 3v1. They can push for this bunker immediately right now. But they decide to
just leave it for later. No point.
He's coming in the Viking, and oh, that was a mistake.
What we're seeing here is that Viking clearly outdamages Banshee in a 1v1 situation. Big shocker. I know.
If you just want to check the levels on everyone, the levels are not even close. For example, this Ghost is level 10, whereas the Marauder is still sitting at level 4. Oh, and Xenon Bones does go on the Marauder. Marauder is getting slowed by Side Disruptor, but backs off.
He comes back in! Oh, man!
Range of the snipe one. We have level 5 on the Siege Tank, level 4 on the Marauder, level 5 on the Marine.
It's just looking pretty grim.
Even lower on the Banshee. No, yeah, the Banshee's level 4 for Op.Gamers, but is much higher for Swarm of Blades. Marauder is level 9. The Viking is level 9. Hellion is level 7.
Oh, and what's this?
I know. Yeah, he's level 10.
It looks like... It looks like Swarm of Blades might be missing some buildings here.
Oh,
I think we might have had a self-nuke.
I know that Op.Gamers didn't take it out, and there is a ghost who's looking suspiciously mischievous right about now. Seems that maybe this is one of the reasons that Op.Gamers is so behind in levels. See, this is another strategy like creep blocking. See, one of the key disadvantages to creep blocking is actually the wave you release. Since Heroattack creep is not that strong, releasing it in full is a good way to just feed your opponent massively, because they can just clear it instantly with AoE, and they will get all the levels back up that eventually lost. If you nuke your own buildings, they don't spawn at all.
It's a really next level play, but the only problem with that is you also don't have any spawns.
I was in the first game where that was done. GG.
Wow. You heard it here first, folks. Foo was in the first ever game where that was done.
I was Ares first.
Uh-oh. Pichu gets caught out. And we have a flying predator on my screen right now.
I mean, flight is very strong on predators. It allows him to just seamlessly hop over the trees and then... Yeah. I think you all know why fly is strong on predator. But anyway, fun fact, I was in the very first game where 5 heroes literally body blocked in a hero while a ghost nuke was going down on it. So there you go.
And it looks like Mort is getting caught out here as well.
Oh,
and he stopped flying.
But he just cannot withstand that predator damage.
But Predator lost its fly ability for that though, so I mean, I don't know if it was worth it.
I think it was worth it.
Uh-oh. Will they react in time to this bot lane pressure? And TNC gets back in time as Hellion to
the Ghost is nuking the last starport. Will they defend this? Oh wait, no, they're nuking themselves. They won't. So as you can see, the Hellion is just clearing the minion waves as fast as he can. Well, Swarm of Blades is massively ahead because of this. They're also taking a risk because their Nexus is completely exposed. If an organized attack on the Nexus slips by, that'll be GG for Swarm of Blades.
Also, I'd like to point out that Swarm of Blades only has level 1 defense. They might want to invest in level 2 at some point. It'd probably be worth it for them. And we'll have to see if Op.Gamers manages to realize what's going on and rallies in for a base push here. Because I think, honestly, the only way that they can do this is if they just rush in and try to take it out as hard as they can.
Even though Swarm of Blades has, half the creep, their massive level advantage really does give them enough map presence to just clean it up. They have a lot of sensor towers on the left side of the map, but that's not really where they need it. Like, some more on the right, but they do have complete vision of the entrance to their base with the sensor tower and the creep camp. So there's absolutely no way to sneak into their base right now unless you were a ghost going through the exact perfect path. And oh, the ghost is nuking the Nexus, but he doesn't get out of Nexus range first and will fall to the Nexus. But he does manage to land a nuke, almost destroying the command centers and completely wiping out the worker line. Swarm Blades is going to need to pay more attention on defending their base right now. I
mean, that was pretty dangerous. If that ghost had managed to stay out of range, that could have been a huge turnaround play.
Okay, I don't want to give anything away in this game, but I feel like I need to give a massive public service announcement to everyone out there watching. So listen closely. We're almost halfway done. That is all.
And it looks like we have another nuke going down. Oh, devastating.
See,
too bad that they
have level 1 defense, so they can destroy their own buildings faster.
That's quite the strategy that they have there.
Oh, the Marauder is taking on the other Marauder. He's perma-slow, but a few misclicks will allow the Op.Gamers Marauder to escape.
Siege Tank is just pushing hard.
Marauder Soa pushing 1v3, but he's just so tanky right now that he doesn't care. He's diving their entire team to take out the Marine. He's still just shooting the creep. The Banshee and Siege Tank are whittling him down, but he does manage to just pop a stim pack and get out of there with 80 HP.
That was scary there for him for a second, though. I don't know. Swarm of Blades is in a pretty precarious position. If they lose a hero or
I don't like responding with O, but I feel like that was the only valid response to a ghost trying to backdoor and while cloaked, and a Hellion just Yamato one-shotting him.
Yeah, that was just an ooh moment right there.
Looks like their buildings are one nuke away from falling. That would completely demolish all of their creep, and while that would completely deny all experience gain outside the critter patches for Op.Gamers, it would leave them specifically vulnerable. So while this has great benefit, at the same time it's a huge risk. And there goes the nuke.
And kaboom!
Oh, there are still 3 buildings left. That would be 1, maybe even 2 nukes left to finish it off.
We'll have to see if they spend the time
And there goes
it takes
the Marine.
to do that. Uh-oh. Ghost gets caught out in sensor tower range.
Oh! He got blown in the air and knocked right back down.
That is the definition of a dunk right there.
If you take a look at top lane, the last remaining wave of creeps for Swarm of Blades is currently pushing into the base and almost taking out buildings. It looks like if left unchecked, there goes the Ghost Academy on one side, will the other fall? Let's focus the creep. It's not taking any damage right now. It's slowly taking damage.
And another one falls. They lose 2 more. That could be
4v1ing, but can he handle it? He does manage to get just out of range with 100 HP. And the Marine dies to creep. So now if you'll notice, there are only 2 more production facilities on Swarm of Blades.
The level disadvantage is becoming absolutely massive, as most of Op.Gamers are sitting in the 7 to 8 range, whereas most of Swarm of Blades are sitting around 14 or 15. Just huge disparity in power.
Yeah.
16 on the Viking, actually. Wow.
Not to mention, the Hellion is also getting tons of gold from his critter farms and the critter patches. And
well, now it's minerals, not gold.
Shut up. It's a 1-to-1 conversion, okay?
Like, you can take minerals and turn them into gold.
I know, like, gold is a mineral. It's not really, but shut up.
It is now.
It is now. Go to foo.chemistry and learn all about gold's mineralness. As we see, the Predators are streaking across the map.
Xenon is chasing down OP Fling Sheep.
Oh,
and
man, down, but he does not see the Banshee. Does the Banshee see him?
The Banshee gonna drop some assassination damage on him.
Oh, the Yamato vision gets canceled twice in a row. The Hellion boosts up to get him. Will he channel up Yamato again? Nope, he just decides to pick up with some auto attacks.
But at their base, the Marines are backdooring, but Dark Angel cleans them up, no problem.
As you can see, we do have, I believe, level 2 defense just got put on the buildings.
Makes a huge difference.
Yeah. It adds about, I believe, 1,000, maybe 750 health to each building. Or at least the command center.
I think it adds 750 health and, I believe, 2 armor. But it might be 1.
That sounds about right. So right now, Swarm of Blades is really just preoccupied defending the creep waves, and they will have to continue doing so until they get such a massive advantage that one hero can just take on 4 of the Op.Gamers, but that won't really take long. Oh, the Hellion is tanking.
Oh my goodness. Like, I just don't know what else to say to this game except for, oh my goodness. The Hellion's just farming the enemy's jungle with impunity at this point.
Okay, you know what? At times in a game like this, I feel like casting it isn't sufficient and we must divulge into story time.
Story time.
So let me tell you a story. One day, there was a dark zealot. A dark zealot who had a devious plan laid out to him with his and his his comrades. He was going to have all of his teammates leave, so he would get the legendary leaver bonus. A time in the past, fabled time, where you would get 250 leaver bonus from all of your teammates leaving. That would make you 250% time scale, would make you almost invincible.
Zhef says shut up.
Etc. This Dark Zealot, though, was quite folly. His name was 7th StringofZhef, and though his lever bonus dropped to 150, he did dive them on the beacon, and then promptly blanked between 3 forges in the enemy's base and died to the Nexus.
Well, back in my day, we didn't have no Dark Zealots blinking into the Nexus and dying. That's all I have to say.
It's time for it's your turn, Tubby. What's your story time?
Okay, here we go. Well, I mean, this is a story all about how my life got turned upside down. And I'd like...
I'll just sit right here.
And tell you how I casted Heroattack for something or other.
You're fired, Tubby.
Yeah, great. Hooray, I did it.
You're fired.
Best story ever.
Once upon a time, there was a brave prince, a legendary man of great wealth, generosity, and all-around goodness. This man subscribed to Itsheroattack, and you know what? You can too. Also, sun chips are delicious.
Well played, Foo.
Can't believe I just...
no, that's hey, that's good.
All
you got
your
it.
hate mail to itsheroattack@gmail.com.
I think it looks like Swarm of Blades is planning to just build a wall across the entire map at this point.
Let's be honest, they're just having fun here. I mean,
yeah, I mean,
like the map with as many commands as I can. I predict they're gonna let the energy up, and then they're just gonna mule drop the enemy base. I'm calling it here. It's gonna be a massive mule drop at the end of the game.
Dude, they would never see that coming, though. I mean, like healing the enemy base.
There also is a massive wall of supply depots for vision.
Well, I don't even know if that's really for vision or if it's more just to see if they can build a massive wall of
supply. The critter patch.
Hey man, you gotta get XP somehow when you're being denied this hard. I mean, like I don't really know.
Keep in mind, these supply depots do give 4 minerals and experience. So
yeah. I mean, like I don't know if this is really gonna reward them in the end, because they can just nuke some of these supply depots and get right back in the game.
Exactly. Oh, here comes the predator around. He is.
Oh no, caught out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even I can't cast that fast. The ghost evaporated.
That was, I believe, 3 predator auto attacks, and the ghost was gone.
It's like liquid nitrogen chucked into lava. That ghost evaporated.
That sounds painful.
It looked painful.
That it did.
Let's just go for the predator. He pops down and... Oh. Oh. Goes for the siege tank and... Oh. And the marine comes in to help. And... Oh.
Oh.
See, this is the point where destroying all of your production facilities denies the enemy so much that one hero can just waltz in, kill all 3 of yours, and then waltz out in a matter of 10 seconds.
So I just have a feeling that we're gonna start to see this like being done a lot more, and I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I don't think it will be done more, because in the game, if the enemy team has map control, there is a serious weakness to this, where if they get any sort of control for a second, backdooring the Nexus is so easy once you destroy 4. And if they don't have any defense upgrades, just a small coordinated backdoor could instantly end the game.
Oh wait, are they making a smiley face? I think they might be making a smiley face. If not, I'm gonna say that they're making a smiley face.
Like just imagine a smile. It's like these are clouds, and we're looking for things in the clouds right now. So
yeah, I mean it's like there's the smile like right here, and then like there are the eyes, and like that's its hair like up there. and then that's like its little Santa hat, I guess. So, what I'm trying, like, these are like ears, I think.
The Marauder's going on the Marine. The Marine is chain locked. He gets like 5-shotted, and that's the end of the Marine.
Yeah, this is just truly painful.
Hockey game, it would be a 2v5 hockey game with professional players against 5-year-old Pee-wee leagues, where 3 of the Pee-wees were in the penalty box at all times. As just the Predator Cubs are demolishing this Marauder, before the Pred decides to come in and clean him up.
Ouch.
When one of the tankiest heroes in the game dies that quickly to a Predator, you know you're in trouble. You see the Predator is promptly ignoring the 2 heroes shooting at him and just pounces away. Super call.
I don't know. I think he could have probably taken him there.
As you can see, instead of buying the Xel'Naga towers, they are simply dropping mules onto them for vision.
Well, I think they have something like 30 command centers, probably.
Okay. Pro tip, everyone, if you drop a mule onto a Xel'Naga tower, you can actually buy it with the mule.
Why buy it? They have infinite mules anyway.
I mean, the mule can die to like a stray creep on some maps, and if you don't have infinite command centers, you can't afford to do that. But pro tip for a normal game, if you're, say, playing Thor and you have a command center, just drop a mule on a Xel'Naga and you can buy it that way. Oh, Xenon Bones is stalking the enemy ghost.
Where? Oh, there. Oh, my
and he
goodness.
Picks it off, and he's going to begin hammering on the Siege Tank. The Siege Tank is managing to put down the sensor tower, but he's dying too quickly. He tries to unsiege, take him down with the ult, but he will get EMP'd to death in mid-ultimate. He will not be able to take him out. And also, the Great Wall of Blades is now across the map.
Spanning from one horizon to another.
To drive out...
It costs the lives of many people to build it.
And it will keep out the OP hordes, or I don't even know. Shut up.
Well, I mean...
Oh, and the Howkin is doing a worker burn, going through both sides of the base, killing every worker and many creep along with it.
Fun fact, killing workers actually does hurt their economy because it limits the amount of money that you get from the computer.
Yep, that is true. The passive gold generated actually comes partly from the computers killed creep, and the rest of it comes from the workers mining, so killing them does deny their economy. However, it would not be worth it to say Terran base ultimate the Nexus, because that would kill the workers, deny their economy, but it would not be worth 800.
Because somebody did the math for it. I don't remember offhand what it was, but you need way more. I think it was like 360 minerals if you did a clean sweep of the workers.
You know, as we can see here, Swarm of Blade strategy at this point has clearly paid off, as they are just so strong that they can, almost any of them can 1v4 any of Op.Gamers, and they also have a few Dom armies. They have supply depot walls everywhere to completely halt creep advances, sensor towers across the entire map to see anything trying to backdoor. At this point, there is pretty much absolutely nothing that Op.Gamers can do to fight this. They are just 2 behind. Their levels have not been increasing hardly at all. They're spending all their time dead. The Marine is still level 9 at 41 minutes in.
That's just painful.
And it appears Swarm of Blades has finally had enough fun going around and is going to try to kill some buildings and perhaps end this game. And we will be sad to see it go, more folks.
Well, this game did give us a fantastic story time, so...
That it did.
That it did. So, do we want to do any of the stat up counts? The Predator has 14. The Marauder only has 6. The Ghost only has... It doesn't look like they've been buying many stat ups.
Well, yeah, because if you'll notice the amount of command centers, I feel like they've spent it on that. Okay, it looks like Op.Gamers have started typing in GG, or actually no, Swarm of Blades typed in GG. A few members of Op have typed GG, left, and it appears this is where the game is going to end.
It was quite an interesting journey, and it appears that Xenon's cheese has paid off for his team.
You know, before the games were even played, Xenon promised us some cheese, and I was like, you know what, you have my Parmesan, and I thought, this would be Guido, and they Swissed it up from the first game with a creep block to now destroying their own buildings, and it just kept getting cheddar and cheddar, and I will non-relish this game forever.
I think
a moment of silence for that.
Yeah, that deserves a moment. My punny bone is in orbit right now. And GG.
I can't believe I said that either. Anyway, that concludes round 1 for Swarm of Blades versus Op.Gamers. Swarm of Blades will move on to the next round and take on the Gentlemen. That will be an amazing match. Will take place sometime this week, and we will cast it later once the games are actually played. We will tell you the date of which that will go down, but now we are going to transition into our final 2 games of the day. Casted by StringofZhef and Tubby. I believe that will be Champions